My friends, to another video here on the channel. Today I got some gameplay of the final boss of the raid, Garden of Salvation, with Destiny 2 Shadowkeep. What a freaking boss, man. Here's a plot twist. The big plot twist is I haven't done anything else in the raid so far. A quick backstory. Now, this is not really a guide by any means, though I am going to explain exactly how this encounter works in just a second here. So bear with me as I give you guys a quick backstory. So I wanted to get the 24-hour emblem, so I ended up going on LFG and trying to find someone to do the final boss with, and I ended up doing the final boss quite a number of times with a bunch of different groups that we just weren't all clicking together very well. And then reset happened, of course. I missed a 24-hour window, and then reset happened. And then I was just browsing on LFG to see what people were doing, see, you know, if there's anything I can, like, kind of link up with. Not necessarily the raid, just any kind of event that I need to do, and things like that. And I seen someone was looking for the, for someone else to do the raid with, and I ended up messaging them, and I guess they ended up finding someone else because they never messaged me back until like an hour or 2 hours later. I don't even remember how long it was. It was a number of time later, and I still had the LFG website open. I wasn't using the companion app at this point because obviously there is the LFG and Destiny 2 companion app on your phone as well. I was on the website on my computer, and I forgot I still had it open. All of a sudden I heard a notification coming from the website, so I looked and someone was like, hey, do you still want to do it? And I was like, wait, do what? Because I actually forgot what I had messaged someone for, because I had messaged a couple other people regarding other activities, and they said the raid, we need one more. I was like, all right, sure, I'll jump in. And so we tried it for about maybe, I don't know, 40 minutes or so. We had a couple close runs. Honestly, the very first run I ran with this group, we did a pretty good amount of DPS damage in the DPS phase. Whereas every other group I ran with, for some reason, they just weren't getting to the DPS phase. And I don't know. Again, it's, you know, sometimes you just, you know, a group has good chemistry together. Sometimes they don't. This group that I ran with, I mean, it was just clicking, man. Everyone just knew what to do. Everyone was on top of the game. The strategy was good, which, again, I'm going to get into the details of what you're supposed to do in just a second here, and the strategy that we use. But anyways, all that to say, we tried it for a while for a couple of the people in this group. I think if I recall correctly, I think they said they had been awake for like 14 hours playing and trying to get this done for like 14 hours or something. I don't know if I understood right, but I think it was maybe a different time zone. It was like super late where they were, and they had to wake up in like 3 hours. I think it was like 4 or 5 in the morning for them, and they had to wake up at like 8 a.m. And so they're about to quit. This was actually their final attempt. So we tried it together for about like 40 minutes, like I said previously. And then they're like, okay, well, this is going to have to be our final attempt. And then, you know, we're going to have to go to bed. I think it was like 2 of them. So that would have kind of ruined the group that we had. And who knows if we would have had 2 people that would have known what they were doing. So we got lucky, and everything clicked on this very last run, and we ended up getting it. Anyways, all that to say, my story aside, like I said, the main focus of this is I wanted to bring you guys gameplay of finally accomplishing, you know, the final boss. There's already a ton of guides out there, but I will explain it to you guys if you guys are still here on the video. By the way, let me know if you are still watching up until this point. But so, okay, so the mechanics. Okay, so this is going to be a little bit tricky to explain because there's so much going on. So basically, for the most part, you know, you're going to want to kind of spread out 3 on each side, and there's going to be, you know, obviously a bunch of ads and stuff like that. You're going to have to defeat the Angelic, which is going to spawn at the very beginning. And then you're going to see that he's going to have a critical point on his right shoulder and a critical point on his left knee. Or well, his right knee, it's our left, right? So when you're looking at him, you're left. When I say his left, you know what I mean. So when you look left, you know, left on the knee, right on the shoulder. As you guys can see, there's like those big circles. So when you pop one of those crits, a teleporter is going to spawn on the side that you pop the crit on. So if it's on the knee, then the teleporter is going to spawn on the left, and you're going to get teleported to like this island or on the left. Same thing if it's on the right side. What you're going to want to do is, what we were doing is we would send 2 people in at a time. So we would have team 1 and team 2. So we'd focus on the left first. Team 1 would go in on the left side. It would be 2 people for a team, and then 4 people would be staying back. So I was part of team 1. We went in. What you want to do is kill a bunch of ads over there, collect as many motes as you can. The idea is to get 15 motes between you and the other person. and then you got to come back and you're going to bank it in one of those tower things. You've already seen me do it in this gameplay. So it has to be on the left side that you bank it. You can see there's kind of like the spire on top of the like little like mini towers, if you will, like a glowing spire kind of thing. And that's where you're going to bank the motes. And what that does is it gives you a buff where you can actually destroy the shields of these goblins to start spawning with shields. So they don't spawn with shields at the very beginning of the raid, but they do spawn with shields at this point of the encounter. And so again, as soon as basically when you are done collecting motes, you call it, you say, hey, I'm ready to get pulled back, and then you know the 4 people that are still back, they're gonna pop the knee or the shoulder, whatever side you're on. And as soon as they do that, the teleporter is gonna respawn, but it's gonna spawn you at, like, the people that were inside the teleporter. It's gonna spawn you in the back of the kind of encounter, if you will. So what you're going to want to do is Team 2 is going to go straight into the portal as you're getting teleported out. So you're making a quick switch, and then they can go collect some motes as well. So you want 30 motes total for each tower, the left side and the right side. That's why Team 1 goes in, collects 15 motes together. Team 2 goes in right away, collects 15 motes together. So you focus on one side at a time. So we were focusing on the left side. So Team 1 goes in on the left side when Team 1 gets teleported back. Right now you can see Team 2. If you look straight to my right, Team 2 just jumped through the teleporter as we got pulled back. And then I'm going to bank the motes right now. So, and that's kind of how it works. And then so once Team 1 and Team 2 does both have a run on the left side, and we both banked 15 motes each, you know, accumulating 30 motes, then you do that same thing on the right side. The reason you need 30 motes on each side is because there's going to be a tether phase, which you're going to see very shortly, or I think you actually, you've actually already seen it because we've done a DPS phase already in this gameplay at this point of my commentary. But what's going to happen is going to be a tether phase, and you're going to basically have to tether to the boss. There's going to be like kind of like an X kind of thing appearing in front of him. If it's like the orangish kind of looking one, then it's going to be a tether from the right side sphere, or spire, or not sphere, spire, I guess you call it, right? If it's a white kind of X, then you're going to tether from the left side. So usually you're going to have at least 3 people doing that. And what you're going to do is you're going to have someone kind of closer to the spire, someone that's a little bit ahead, and then someone that's kind of like between the boss and that second person, because the tether links through each of you, and then you're trying to get that tether to the X. So again, if it's white, left side; if it's like the orangish color, right side. And once you do once you tether the first X, there's going to be a short damage phase. But 3 or 4 people need to focus up on actually getting the next tether. So you can try to do a little bit of damage, but it's not recommended because it's not a long DPS phase, because you only have so long to tether these kind of X things that are appearing in front of the boss. So you're going to want to get to that second one almost instantly, so you can actually have a long DPS phase. So once you destroy that second, once you tether that second X and destroy it, and then you'll be good for the DPS phase, which again, anything that works, wells for warlocks, bubbles for titans, or whatever works, supers and whatever has high DPS, just destroy the boss. It's going to be kind of like in his stomach area, like most Vex enemies are. And then you're just going to do as much damage as you possibly humanly can, and then you're going to repeat the whole cycle again. Now you're going to see also that the floor ends up disappearing at certain times, and you're going to actually have to enable that floor, which you're going to shoot the top. So right here you see we're tethering. You're going to shoot the top of the spire. I didn't do it, my teammate did here. And then the little kind of thing that you've seen my teammate link the tether to, you're going to link yourself to that to rebuild the floor, basically, essentially. So that's kind of how that works. Also worth noting, I forgot to mention, when you spawn a portal, so if it's on the right portal or left portal, there's going to be a Cyclops that spawns either to the left of the boss or the right of the boss, depending which portal you opened up. So that is worth noting, and it's very crucial to defeat those Cyclopses as soon as they spawn, because they do heavy damage and they will absolutely destroy you. Now, the little X thing I was talking about, it's more of a plus sign. You can see the orange one right there, so that means the team has to tether on the right side. You're going to get a little bit of a glimpse of what it looks like right here. So you can see they're tethering from the spire, and they're kind of spreading out, so the tether kind of links through all of them up until that little plus sign to destroy it. Right here, I'm doing a little bit of damage because I wasn't one of the persons tethering. Actually, I think that was the second. No, was that the second one? Yeah, I guess that was the second one. I don't know. I wasn't paying full attention to the gameplay. You guys seen it. The point is, this is how you do it. You know, you just rinse and repeat, do as much damage as humanly possible. And that's really it. So you just, you know, you keep doing that. I think that's pretty much it to, yeah, I don't think I'm missing anything else. If you guys have any questions about the final encounter, let me know in the comment section below. But again, you know, this is more of kind of like a loose guide. It's more of like a gameplay. I just wanted to bring you guys gameplay of what it looks like to actually successfully defeat the final boss in Garden of Salvation. I can't even say it. Garden of Salvation. I didn't say that right the first time. Kind of had a little bit of a slur to that. Anyways, yeah, I just want to show you guys what it looked like and all that good stuff. But again, I haven't experienced the whole raid yet. I'm hoping to stream the whole raid at some point soon. I'm actually already sitting at 945 on my Hunter and around the 943 range on my Titan, and I'm just starting my Warlock. So I've been grinding super hard trying to hit that that cap and just unlock everything that there is to do. There's a lot of exotics I kind of missed out on throughout the seasons, like the Forge exotics and or I guess it was the Black Armory season, if you will, and Season of Opulence and all those exotics that I missed out on. So I'm kind of backtracking and getting those exotics as well, and then on top of that with the new exotics, and now there's the heroic nightmare hunts that are out. There's going to be a dungeon coming out soon. There's a lot of stuff coming out, man. Like, Bungie's doing it good, man, and plus the stuff that I have to catch up on. So even once I hit that level cap, there's going to be a lot to do. I'm going to want to run the raid a few times, you know, collect all that gear. I'm going to want to try to, you know, unlock a bunch of triumphs as much as I can, because again, I'm slacking a little bit on that as well. So I don't know, I'm really loving Destiny 2 right now, man. It's in a good position, it's in a good place right now, and I just really love what Bungie has been doing to make the game a whole lot better and feel just, you know, like you want to grind the game, you know. This is the first time I've really truly wanted to grind super hard in the game. I mean, I have to some extent with Forsaken and when, you know, Destiny 2 Vanilla came out and things like that, but I never felt like Destiny 1, and it still doesn't fully feel like Destiny 1. I feel like Destiny 1, especially with Vault of Glass, was the best Destiny ever was. But I feel like we're close to that. This is the closest I've ever felt to Destiny 1 in Destiny 2, and you know, this is the most fun I think I've had with Destiny 2 in all of its life cycle. Honestly, it's truly been a blast, and hopefully the longevity stays there, and hopefully it doesn't feel dry anytime soon, because I love Destiny. Excuse me, I love Destiny, I really do. And I want it to have that longevity. So, anyways, I'm not going to rant the rest of this gameplay. I mean, I could if you guys wanted me to, but I don't think I will. I'm going to let you guys enjoy some of this gameplay without my rambling and all that good stuff. But, yeah, just make sure that, you know, whoever comes back with emotes, you have those buffs ready to go to shoot those you know, those ads that have the shields. And, you know, that's very crucial in the Cyclopses. You know, make sure you shoot those, because if 3 goblins sacrifice themselves in those spires, then you're done, man. It's a wipe. It's gonna wipe you, and you got to restart. So the whole idea is to make sure those goblins do not sacrifice themselves in those spires. You guys are probably familiar with, you know, those kind of sacrifices with like public events, things like that. So that mechanic's not very new. It's something you know should be familiar with if you've been around Destiny for a while. And if you haven't, well, you're gonna learn it, I guess, right? You're gonna learn it at some point. So better learn it now and get you guys ready for that final encounter for the raid boss. But anyways, that said, let me know how many of you guys have beaten Garden of Salvation. Have you only beaten the final boss like I have? Have you beaten the whole thing? Let me know in the comments section below. And also let me know, do you plan to pick up the t-shirt or the jacket or both off the Bungie rewards website when you guys complete the raid? Or maybe you already completed the raid and maybe you already ordered the shirt or jacket. Let me know if you guys do plan to pick it up. The jacket's really cool. I would have loved to get it, but it's a little bit out of my price range. It's like 150 bucks US with the discount code. The t-shirt was like 25 US, so I actually did order that. You know, it's not the coolest Destiny t-shirt I've seen them do, especially for like raids and stuff, but it's pretty solid, you know. I'd say it's somewhere in the middle of, you know, like the cool range, if you will. It's a solid one. It's like the final boss is on the front of it, and I don't know, it's a pretty cool, you know, memorabilia to just, you know, remember that you were one of the people to complete this raid. It is worth noting the jacket, you need to complete the raid before the 15th, before October 15th, in order to be able to obtain it. Now, the t-shirt on one part of Bungie's website, it says that it's for anyone who completes the raid in Season of the Undying. But another part of their website says also that it has to be before the 15th reset. So I don't know which one's true. Let's try to get it done sooner than later just to be safe. But again, let me know if you guys plan to pick up either the shirt or the jacket, and let me know what you guys think about this raid in the comment section below, and if you guys have completed it yet. Anyways, enjoy the rest of this. Hopefully, you guys, get the raid done sooner than later if you guys haven't already. And if you've enjoyed this video, drop a like, subscribe if you guys are new, and again, enjoy the rest of this gameplay raw, finishing off the final boss of Garden of Salvation and getting our wonderful loot, which, by the way, I actually cheesed the Divinity exotic quest, and I ended up getting it without doing any of the other steps in the raid. If you guys want to see how I did that, I'll have a video about that up on my channel as well. By the time you guys see this video, it's going to already be up, which is how to cheese the Divinity. But anyways, enjoy the rest of this gameplay. I'm done ranting, and until the next one, my friends, game on.